continuing on this 2011 Chrysler 300, the 3.6 liter, removing the lower intake on it. So I have it at the point where it's coming out, but just kind of a couple of tips and tricks on it. Again, on the fasteners, don't take them out all the way unless you have to. There was one right back here that it did not stay in there, so if it's loose and it comes out easily, pull it out, make sure that it's going to come out. You can leave the fuel line connected and move this thing around and just move it out of the way. I prefer to unhook them. This here squeezes together and then it comes out. Sometimes they're very stiff. If it's a stubborn one, just make sure that the vehicle is warm. The plastic's much more pliable when it's warm. Don't use a heat gun or anything of that sort. But just kind of use some penetrating oil and then kind of work it and kind of twist it and just be gentle, and eventually it will come loose. There is a critical thing about it going back together. I'll show that on assembly, but right now the clip's here. Going back together, the clip needs to be in here or you may have a fuel leak afterwards. There's all these lines here with the electrical connectors. You'll need to unhook the spark plug coils on that and the fuel injectors. Not a bad idea when it's out to go and measure the resistance of the injectors too. Make sure you have decent injectors. But these just clip up to release the safety lock, and then you squeeze them together. So pair of the pliers like these, and I showed the other video, they help quite a bit getting those out. Again, just be careful with them. Patience, kind of work it back and forth, rock it, and then eventually it will come apart. So here we are pulling it out. We have upper and lower intakes. Worth noting on it too, sometimes if you're doing the upper plenum just for plugs, if the plenum gaskets are sticking up like this, many times you can go ahead and replace it or reuse them. But if they're like the ones here on the bottom that are flat, those ones are not going to reseal. So those ones absolutely have to be replaced. But on this one, I am replacing both. So I'm going to continue on. We're going after the oil filter adapter, and we're almost there.